Exactly 3 weeks ago, I started phone flipping from scratch with only $1,000. Now it is 3 weeks later and we have $6,420 and 2 phones in stock with a value of $1,030. And now this is the final week to see if I can actually turn $1,000 into $10,000 by phone flipping in a single month. And I decided to do this challenge to prove that number 1, phone flipping is still viable in 2024. Number 2, how simple and easy it is to scale. And number 3, to prove that you don't need much capital to start. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay guys, it is now week 4 of turning $1,000 into $10,000 by flipping iPhones. Now this episode should be 9 days long, as you know this was a month-long challenge, and I'm sure you guys can guess in terms of money what our goal is for this video. Yes, it's $10,000, so make sure you stay on to the end to see if we complete this challenge or not. And just a little recap, our total is sitting at $6,420. We got those 2 phones from last week, the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 11 with a value of $1,030. But anyway, it's the morning of day number 1 and we've already organized an amazing pickup. It's an iPhone 11 Pro with no damage for $150. But yeah, so let's go get it right now. Okay, there we go. We just got the phone. As you can see, it is in pretty mint condition. It still has a screen protector on it, which is very good. And you might also notice this phone looks a little bit bigger than usual. That's because it's actually an 11 Pro Max, not an 11 Pro, which she kind of just forgot to mention in the ad, but that's better for us anyway. And yeah, our total now sits at $6,270 and we just got home, so let's go inside and list it up for sale. Okay, we just listed it up for sale at $450, as you can see, so we're looking at $300 profit on our very first flip for this week, so that is absolutely amazing. And we also just organized our very first sale of the week. We have a person coming to come pick up the iPhone 13 256GB right now. Hey, we just sold the iPhone 13 for $680, as you can see, and that now leaves our total at $6,950. And also guys, I just wanted to mention, thank you so much for the support recently. We just hit 10K, well, I believed at the time of recording. We're now at 12,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we also just hit 50,000 followers on Instagram. Like, it is honestly pretty crazy. I'm sure if you told 12-year-old Charlie that this was going to happen, he'd probably just tell me I'm lying. But anyway, seriously, thank you so much. Okay guys, it's about an hour later and we just organized 2 amazing buys, so let's go get them right now. Okay, we just went out and got both phones and we're now home, so let's see what we got. First was this iPhone 14 in like mint condition, which we got for $500. Quite funny, as the lady originally listed it as an iPhone 12 Pro, and when I got there, I told her it was an iPhone 14, and nonetheless, she was still happy with $500, so I bought it and I've listed it up for $720. Then we also got this 13 Pro 256GB, also in mint condition for $650, and we've gone ahead and listed that one up for $850. So from those 2 phones we picked up, we're looking at $420 in profit. Pretty high number. Get it? Anyway, forget that terrible joke. Our total is now $5,800 and we have 4 phones in stock. So the 14, the 13 Pro and the 11 Pro Max, which we all got today, and the iPhone 11 that we got from last week. So yeah, that's about it for day number 1. We bought 3 phones and sold 1 phone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Right guys, it is day 2 and it's around lunchtime and we still haven't bought any phones yet, which is not the greatest, but we did end up selling the iPhone 11 from last week for $350. So our total is now $6,150, and well, I'll check in when something happens. Alright, it is now the night of day number 2 and we didn't get any phone buys today, which is all good, but I have a question for you guys. What do you want to see more of on my YouTube channel? Like what phone flipping challenges you guys would like to see, or if you would like to see phone flipping tutorials on teaching you how to actually flip phones, or even stuff completely different like day in the lives or vlogs or anything like that. Just leave them in the comment section, as I appreciate all of the feedback. But anyway guys, I'll see you tomorrow in day number 3. Okay, hello, it is now day 3 and we have done a lot today. First, we picked up an iPhone 11 Pro Max and an iPhone XR, both with cracked backs, for $200. We agreed on $250, but I got her down to $200 on arrival as the battery health percentage on one of them was 80%. Then we also got an iPhone 11 with a cracked back and cracked lens. Then we also got an 11 Pro with a cracked back delivered to our door for $370. Then an iPhone 11 128GB with a smashed screen for $80. We agreed on $130, but on arrival I got it down to $80. Then lastly, a 12 Pro Max with a cracked back for $250. So a lot of damaged phones, which we got majority from our cash for phone ads, but yes, I've already dropped all 6 of them off to my repairer so we can pick them up tomorrow. But yeah, after buying them, our total now stands at $5,250, but of course we cannot forget the repair costs, which will be another $670 in repair costs, which will then leave our total at $4,580. And we have 3 phones in stock and 6 at the repairers, so we're looking pretty good at beating this challenge. But other than that, not much has happened, and we do have a person on their way to pick up one of our 11 Pro Maxes. There we go, we just saw the 11 Pro Max for $450 as you can see, and there was $300 profit on that one, so I'm pretty happy with that. And honestly, you don't get profits like that often when it comes to phone flipping, but if you show up every single day, you will get them every now and then. But anyway, our total is now $5,030, and it's getting pretty late on my end, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, also guys, I have a video blueprint that breaks down how I make $15,000 every single month flipping phones and how you guys can too, so make sure to check that out. It would be the very first link in the top of the description. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for day number 4. Okay guys, it's now day 4 and we've already gone ahead and picked up all of our repaired phones from the repairer as he fixed them all yesterday and this morning. So first we got the 11 Pro Max, which had the back replaced. You have the iPhone XR, which also had the back replaced. Then we have the iPhone 11, which had the back and the lens replaced, as you can see. Then we got the other iPhone 11, which just had the screen replaced, and you can see it's all fine now. And lastly, the 12 Pro Max, which had the back replaced, as you can see is all good now. And then there was also the 11 Pro, which just had the back replaced, which I already ended up selling, as my local buyer reached out to me saying he needed a 11 Pro as soon as possible. I'm not sure why, probably something to do with the client, but yeah, he also said he would pay me my asking price for it, so yeah, we did that. And also we struck some bad luck yesterday. Well, the first pickup of yesterday when I bought this iPhone XR, it had a screen protector, and that screen protector had a crack. Well, so I thought it did. And so I ended up taking off the screen protector, and it turns out the crack was actually on the screen. Not sure if you guys can see that. Oh yeah, there we go. That right there. So that's pretty unlucky. Don't follow my footsteps and make the same mistake as me. If you arrive and you're checking out a phone and the screen protector is covered in cracks, make sure to just take the screen protector off and make sure there is no cracks actually on the screen. So yeah, because of that, I've had to list up this iPhone XR for $200 instead of $250. So it is only a $50 mistake. It is really not that bad. But then we also listed up one of the iPhone 11s for $350. The other iPhone 11 for $380 as well. It's in a bit better condition. Then the 11 Pro Max, it's 256GB, so we listed that one up for $450. Then lastly, the 12 Pro Max 128GB for $680. So to recap, after selling the 11 Pro to our direct buyer, our total is now $5,430, and we have 7 phones in stock with a projected value of $3,630. So yeah, a pretty busy day, but to make it even better, we got 2 people picking up phones tonight, one for an iPhone 11 64GB and the other one for an 11 Pro Max. So I'll check in with you guys after that. Alright, it's a few hours later and we just sold the both of them, as you can see, and our total now stands at $6,230 and we have 5 phones in stock. But yeah, it's getting pretty late. I don't think anything else will be happening for day number 4, but before I see you guys in day number 5, I want to talk about a very important part about phone flipping, which is actually selling the phones. I get questions from you guys all the time, whether it's on Instagram DMs or it's in the YouTube section comments, and it's how do you sell your phone so fast at your asking price all the time? And well, there's 2 factors, one you can control and one you can't control. So first is the actual ad in itself, like for example the photos. I take great quality photos, you know, I use the natural daylight, I clean the phones and I take good angles. And then for the title, I always state that the phone is in either amazing condition, mint condition, anything along those lines. Of course I don't say that if the phone isn't actually in that condition, as we don't condone lying over here, but if it is, then it actually grabs the attention of all buyers. And then for the description, I just write a good description that tells the buyer absolutely everything they need to know so they're comfortable about buying the phone from you, and it builds that trust between you and the buyer. And also when listing it to Facebook Marketplace, always make sure that you're posting it in those buy and sell groups as well. I see a lot of phone flippers take the absolute worst photos, they write a terrible description, and then they forget to post their listing inside of all their local buy, sell and swap groups, and I cringe why they're confused why nobody's buying their phones. Then the second factor why I can sell my phones fast at my asking price is purely just credibility. Like, I've been phone flipping for 2.5 to 3 years now, and on Facebook Marketplace I'm like a highly rated seller. Like, I've got over 100 ratings, and I've sold to people and been a good service, and they've loved the phones, and then they've started recommending me to their families and their friends, and stuff like that just compounds over time, and people know your name as being the guy who sells them phones. So yeah, that factor can kind of be determined by how good your service is, but mainly just by time. But yeah, anyway, that's enough yapping from me. I'll see you guys tomorrow in day number 5. Okay, good morning guys, it's now day 5 and we've already organized 2 pickups for today, so let's go get them. Okay, there we go. We just got the first pickup. It's a 13 Pro. It's in pretty mint condition, no damage or nothing. It's 128GB. It's 88% battery health, which is pretty good. And we got it for $600 and it was only a 15-minute drive away. But anyway, it's time for the second pickup and it's another 20-minute drive away. Okay, there we go. We just did the second pickup. As you can see, it is a 12 Pro. It's 256GB. It's in pretty mint condition, no damage or nothing, and our total is now $5,180. We have 7 phones in stock, and without further ado, let's get home and list these 2 up for sale. Okay, there we go. We just listed up the 13 Pro for $800 and then the 12 Pro for $650. So we're looking at $400 in profit between the 2. Okay guys, it's a little bit later and we still haven't sold any phones, which is very, very annoying, as we do actually need to sell these phones before the challenge ends. But if we don't, I do actually have a trick up my sleeve. And it is pretty late on my end, but we did in fact organize 2 more phone pickups for today, or more like tonight. First one's a 12 Pro Max for $520, and the second one's an iPhone 11 128GB for $250. Both have no damage, no defects, nothing like that, so let's go get them right now. Okay, we're back home after just going and getting both. I am so tired after driving. It was like 50 minutes of driving. But anyway, we got a 12 Pro Max. As you can see, it's in pretty mint condition. We listed this one up for $680. Got the iPhone 11 128GB, and we've listed this one up for $380. And you might have noticed, what is that little sticker on the back of your phone? I've actually started putting these on all my phones. It just helps me, remember, track them. It costs 20 cents and it costs like 2 seconds to write them. So, I thought it was a pretty good idea. But anyway, our total now stands at $4,410. We have 9 phones in stock. Now, to be honest with you guys, I'm tired as shit right now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in day number 6. Okay, what's up? Good morning. It's now day number 6 of this challenge, and I'm pretty happy as we've already organized 3 phones to be picked up this morning. First, an iPhone 11, second, one of the iPhone 13 Pros, and then third, the iPhone XR. So we'll check in after that happens. Okay guys, it's now 2 hours later and we just sold all 3 phones, which now makes our total $5,840, and we have 6 phones in stock, and we just organized an amazing pickup. It's an iPhone 13 Pro, 256GB with no damage for $450, which is honestly amazing. There's like $400 profit in that single flip. So anyway, let's go get it right now. Okay, there we go. We just got the 13 Pro, absolute banger of a buy. It is in mint condition, 256GB. We got it for $450, and with the power of editing, you can see I've already listed it up for $850, so we're looking at $400 in profit on a single flip. But anyway, our total is now $5,390, and we have 7 phones in stock, so I'll check in with you guys when something else happens. Okay guys, it's a little bit later, and do you remember when I said I got a little trick up my sleeve? Well, this is it. So I had 7 phones in stock and absolutely none are selling. Like, I've got nobody interested in any of them. I think currently my market is just in a slow time of selling, which is just completely normal. But I reached out to my local buyer and asked him if he could buy my 7 phones for $4,610. And well, he said yes. He just came and picked up all 7 of them about 20 minutes ago, so that now leaves our total at exactly $10,000. So he completed the challenge with 1 day spare, and make sure to watch the video in the top of the description and like and subscribe.